These are the top 20 highest-selling VHS tapes of 2024 based on eBay sales with at least 10 bids and ungraded. Human, please do the nice thing and hit that follow button. At number 20 we have our first of many horror movies on the list. This one called Bloody Harvest sold for $555 and got 15 bids. At 19 we have what I can only assume is a French version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, called Le Massacre à la Science. Or something like that. This film sold for $624.39 and got 37 bids. 18 brings us a really friendly-looking VHS cover with the movie Lunch Meat, with the tagline, "Take Pa and the boys home with you tonight." Sounds like a delightful movie. It sold for $635 and got 13 bids. Number 17 we have Snuff, a film that is probably as gruesome and horrifying as the name and cover imply. It sold for $687.99 with 19 bids. This next one is a screener VHS of the movie Vile 21, a film which touts that science and Mother Nature don't mix. It sold for $687.99 and got 12 bids. We finally have a movie that won't have you spoiling your pants. That is unless you hop in a DeLorean and hit 88 miles per hour. This factory-sealed copy of Back to the Future sold for $687 and got 26 bids. Back to the movies you have never watched or heard of, we have Demented, a rare horror VHS that sold for $710 and got 10 bids. At 13 we have another sealed copy of Back to the Future with the price sticker still intact. This VHS originally sold for $27.99 back in the 80s, but in 2024 it sold for $711 and got 41 bids. 12 gives a 3-tape collection of Dragon Ball. This anime collection sold for $740 and got 34 bids. A classic horror film that we all know and love comes in at number 11. Halloween. This VHS sold for $789 and got 33 bids. Breaking the top 10 we get the third installment from the iconic film series Jaws. This first press release and factory-sealed copy of Jaws 3 sold for $875 and got 18 bids. Another classic film that any millennial will likely recognize, The Goonies. This sealed copy from 1986 sold for $898 and got 31 bids. Back to the uber-mainstream horror, number 8 we have a movie called Video Violence, with the tagline, "When renting is not enough." This beauty sold for $1,025 and got 13 bids. Perhaps my favorite cover of any of the movies in this list, at number 7 we have a movie called Blood Red Planet. The image of the guy screaming in horror is almost believable. This sold for $1,025 and got 13 bids. Okay, maybe this is my favorite cover. Tough choice. Another rare horror movie, this one called Dead Meat, which seems to be about a guy who loves human meat from what I can tell. It grabbed $1,275 after getting 16 bids. Kicking off our top 5 we have a sealed first release print of the movie Blade Runner from the early 80s. It sold for $1,348 and got 43 bids. This is the most surprising to me of this list. It's home-recorded episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine, 56 episodes in total. I guess this is a hard-to-find series. Someone paid $1,290.22 for this, and it received 24 bids. Here we have another VHS competing for best cover. This movie, called Mutant Massacre, sold for $1,714.16 and got 21 bids. If you are looking for a movie that showcases mutants and terrorists clashing in an epic battle for Earth, this is the one for you. Time to join a Soul Train to terror. At number 2, we have a movie called Bad Magic. It sold for $1,802.99 and got 34 bids. At number 1, we have a bit more than just a VHS, but I left it in because I thought it was a cool item to have in a collection. This promo box from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 features a mask, the VHS, poster, and a few other movie-related items. This sold for $2,025 and got 24 bids. Thanks for watching, you beautiful effin' person.